Negative exponents before, correct? We said, for example, if you have 3 to the negative 2 power, I'm sure a few of you don't quite remember this, but what is 3 to the negative 2 power? How do I make negative exponents positive? Because we don't deal with negative exponents. Brandon? Alright, since this is a fraction over there, to make it positive, I take that down to the bottom, and it becomes 1 over 3 to the second power, which is 1/9. Okay, everybody's pretty good with that. But what about this? What if I have 1/2 to the negative 3 power? I have 1/2 to the negative 3 power. Any speculations as to what that would be? John? For example, you would do what?
I don't know.
Help me out on
Yes.
that. How am I going to make that a whole number?
You just,
Plus other 1/2 and take the 1/2 away from the
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I have no idea what. Oh, Lauren?
you can make it decimal.
That's still going to be the negative exponent though. 0.3 to the negative thing. Yes, you could do that, but that's going to get. Then you're going to start mixing fractions with negatives. Or with negative exponents, right? Because if you made this 0.5 to the negative 3rd power, then you'd have to make it 1 over 0.5 to the negative 3rd power, and then you're going to have a decimal with it, or 1 over 0.5 to the positive 3rd power, which is going to give you a decimal, which is going to give you 1 over what? 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5?
1.125.
I think it's 0.625, isn't it? But then what does that equal? Nick?
You flip-flop them, so you get 2 over 1 times 2, like, to the 3rd power.
Now why would you do that?
Because,
Nick's got it, but let me show you what that is. By the way, children, do the same thing with fractions as you do with regular numbers. What was our rule? In order to make this positive, what do I have to do? I have to put it on the bottom of a fraction. So here's what it would look like. It's 1 over 1/2 to the 3rd power. I just did the same thing I did with the 3. When I had the 3, I put it under 1 and made it positive. Now that's going to confuse you a little bit, but it's not that bad. Watch. Which equals 1 over, what's 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2?
1/6.
1/8. Okay, now, how do I go about simplifying this? 1 over 1/8. Well, let's change it into a division problem. It's 1 divided by 1/8. How do I divide by a fraction, Emma Christ? Flip and multiply, so it actually becomes 1 times 8 over 1. And what is 1 times 8 over 1? 8. So the answer to this is 1/2 to the negative 3rd power is 8. How about that? Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can skip all the gory stuff here. Skip all of this stuff and just know that this is true. Because of that, this is true. If I have 2/3 to the negative 3 power, that's the same thing as 3/2 to the positive 3 power. In other words, just make the fraction its reciprocal. Make fraction reciprocal, and make the exponent positive. What is that? Long haul. And make the exponent positive. Okay, you still need to give me an answer there, by the way, because this is not the answer yet. You actually have to do 3/2 times 3/2 times 3/2, which is what? 27 over 8, which is 3 3/8. Okay. Brandon?
How is it just a rule that you change in the U3 and the reciprocal?
it is the rule, and the rule works because of what I just showed you before, but I don't want you to have to think about that all the time. Okay, for example, let's do one more. 1/2 to the negative fifth power is the same thing as 2/1 to the positive fifth power, which is just going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2, 4, 8, 16. The answer is 32. Chair, Jackson?
And why for the 1/3 -3 you did all that other shit?
Because I wanted to show you why it works.
Like for the 1/2 for the -5 you just 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
Right. Well, I wanted to show you why it works, and then I give you the simple rule to follow that you don't have to. For example, when fractions, why do we flip and multiply when we divide by fractions? We don't have to go through the whole explanation every time, you just know that you do. Same thing here. Just know that you flip this over, change the exponent, and all is good. Okay. Jackson, I tried to show you why before I actually show you the deal. So make sure you have that in your notes.